since I got back from Spain. So I want to do some Spanish stuff, Spanish-inspired stuff today. All right. And so we're going to take a bronzini and we're going to crust it with some katafi. If you've never had katafi, that's what it looks like right here. It's a shredded pastry dough, usually found in Greece in Mediterranean restaurants. And we're going to have some fun with that. And we'll also have some, in case you didn't see it, that's what it looks like. Katafi. All right. And I have this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little bronzini fish that we're going to get cooked today as well. So I kind of had a hankering for some fish and chips, but I don't really want to do fish and chips. I just want to do this. So we're gonna go ahead and make this, and I'm also gonna do some Spanish style potatoes, some bravas, patatas, um, with some different paprikas, and we're going to go ahead and get yes. So let's talk about fish. All right, all right, all right. So here we have a bronzini. Oh, look at that. Bronzini is nothing more than a Mediterranean bass. And this one is whole. It's a whole fish. It is not dressed, so it still has. Oh, Did they take the scales off? It does not appear that the scales are off. Oh yeah. So we got a real whole joint right here. All right. So I have to get my descaler to get the scales off of that boy. Hopefully I can find it in the next 30 seconds. Fish scale, jolly, jolly fish scales. Where are you, fish scaler? Clearly, I don't scale a lot of fish. But it's cool. Say what?
One time you need something.
Got him. Got him. All right, all right, all right. So this is going to require some work. Got to put in a little bit of work. But if you look at our fish is beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that. My eyes are nice and puffy, so not sunken in. Smells like the sea, so the eyes look pretty good. Hey, hey. Smells like the sea. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give me that fillet of fish. Open it up. Hey, halo. Everything looks cool and groovy on the inside of there. Everything looks very, very fresh. Smells like the sea. Yeah, smells like the Mediterranean, if you will. What's going on, Big Von? Oh, what's going on, brother? Yes. It's been a while since I had to scale a fish, so give me a second. The worst part about scaling fish is finding fish scales 2 weeks later. But hey, it is what it is. Say what?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because these things, they pop all over the place, as you can see. All right, I'm gonna move this bag out the way so y'all can really see. So y'all can really see this mayhem. What's going on, West Coast? Oh, we got ATL in the house. What's going on, DD? Give me that fillet of fish. Give me that fish. See, I want to make sure I get all of these scales off before I start trying to do anything culinary-wise. That would not be good. I don't think you guys have ever seen me scale a whole fish. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever done that. Hey, what you cooking down there? What you cooking down there, D? Fish scale, fish scale. So what I was going to do, I'll tell you guys, what I was going to do is I was going to potato crust. I was going to make some a potato skin for my little fish friend. There we go. And I got to make sure there's no more scales on the back. I said it was going to be 20 minutes, but I didn't think I was going to have to scale a whole fish. Hey, it is what it is, right? Real TV. I just popped myself. I got shot in the ear with a scale. Where they do that at? For real. For real, I got shot in the ear with a scale. There we go. So to get the scales off, we have to go against the grain. Almost. And as you can see, the scales are flying all over the place. The scales of justice. Give me that fillet of fish. Give me that fish. All right, now we get a rinse off on him or her. I'm not sexist. All right. And now we can get to the nitty and the gritty. The nitty and the gritty. Can you give me a towel? Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes. All right. So back to our little fish. Hey, Larry. Hey, you just come on down the street. You just come on down the block. Doors open. You know where we are. Yes, yes. Make sure we get all these little fish scales. I don't want them in my potatoes. All right, so now we have our fish who is sitting pretty. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start taking off fins and whatnot. Now, the funny thing is, my wife, she don't like to see fish heads. She does not like jolly fish heads at all. And so because I'm cooking for just us two, just the two of us, since we're cooking for just the two of us, we're going to go ahead and take that off. And this last fin down here, get that off. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and fillet the fish. So to fillet a fish, in case you've never seen it, what I'm gonna do is we can do it with or without the head on. I'm gonna go ahead and take the head off. Got that side. Now we got this side. Snap that, and out we come. Yep, and all of that ooey gooey goodness comes out with it. All right, all right, all right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from where the head was, straight down the middle. All right, so what I'm looking for is I'm straight down the middle where the bone is, and I'm going to follow the bone down. Just like that. Just real smooth, player, real smooth. Make sure if you have any questions, hey neighbor, make sure if you have any questions, this is a good time to ask them. I mean, it could be about fish, it could be about anything. It could be whatever you like. There we go. Almost. Uh-oh, we don't need that. All right. So we're almost there. So that's one fillet, AKA one side of the fish. Flip it over. Now we're going to get to the other side of the fish. Now for this one, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to do the same thing, but from the other end. I'm going to go from the tail end this time. All right, and I'm going to hold the knife parallel to the cutting board. And I'm going to go right along the bones. Right? So now I'm going to go back again, real smooth. So this knife is flexible. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. The knife is flexible, which allows me, is actually a boning knife. It's a flexible boning knife, which allows me to get to the fish. So we got that. And now we're going to go the other end. And we are almost there. And because this fish has fairly large bones, it's fairly easy to see them. All right. And I don't need that. Now all I need is this. Uh-oh, I still got some fins. We don't need you. Say bye-bye. All right, and now I have a fillet. I'm gonna cut this little bit of belly meat out. I don't need that. And this kind of fish is not very prized, so I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need that one, and I don't need this one. If this were tuna, I would save it.
Why would you save it?
Because otoro, or the fatty part of the belly, is very prized for its flavor. All right, so now we filleted the fish. I'm gonna give it another rinse off, and you can see those fillets. And then we're gonna get to seasoning. What type of fish is this? Bronzini. Fish heads, jolly fish heads. All right. Bring that back down to where we can see it. And I'll verify that there are no fish bones in it. If there were bones in it, I would take those bones out. You've been wanting to try that? Well, go and get to it then. I would probably start with a larger fish because it's just easier. Start with a larger fish, it's just easier to start with larger fish. Go figure. Because the smaller ones have smaller bones. And who wants to be bothered with all of that? All right. So these are 2 fillets that we're going to wrap with our katafi. And I'm going to move you over here because I need to cut some onions. I think I have a red onion here. I happen to have a red onion. Yeah. All right. So, that's not going to take very long at all. And so what I'm going to do is get my fish prepared. I'm going to put some salt. Need another glove. We're just gonna go real simple on this one. I'm gonna use some Chilean spices, some salt, obviously, and some pepper. And I'm gonna go with some Chilean Marquez, because this stuff is delicious. Little fusion never hurting anybody. And then we're gonna get this wrapped with some onions and some katafi. And there we go. What's the flavor like? What's it pair with? This goes with meat, seafood, fish, and it's going to taste like chile, salt, coriander. Um, Obviously, it pairs well with fish, but you can also do it with chicken, chicken, vegetables, and or pork. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. All right, and now I need to get me some onions sliced because I'm going to wrap it with the onions. You might be a little too big for me today. Nah. What do we want to use? There we go. Sometimes you gotta switch it up.
Which knife is this?
So I'm switching to my Sean Professional. She's gonna give me a much finer cut. Sometimes she's gotta use the finer things, you understand? I just use a fish scaler. So that is not a fine ting. Make sure I have all of the skin off. All right, here's a trick. If you're cutting an onion and you can't tell which part to take off, right? So that edible. Once I get around to this part where the color changes, I don't know if you guys can see the color change. That part, paper, not edible. We don't want to eat that. We don't even want to try. All right? What can I compare the fish to in terms of flavor? For a bronzini, sea bass. It's going to be very, very mild. Very, very mild in flavor. Excellent question. So if you like flatfish, if you like mild flavored fish, then this is probably one for you. Um, especially if you like bass. I'm not talking about the Chilean sea bass, which has a much larger flake, much more luxurious. This is not a luxurious fish. Very tasty, but not luxurious. And there is a difference. All right. And what I'm going to do is lay out my katafi. In case you've never seen it or never used it, this is what it looks like. It literally looks like shredded dough. And I need about, I don't need all of that. I need about half of that. I know, right? Looks like food weave.
Move the board up to you. Forward. That's better.
That's better? Yeah, I'm gonna put the rest of that back because I don't need it. All right, all right, all right. So, because I have two fillets, I'm going to lay this out in such a way that I can wrap my fillets up. That should take care of one. And this should take care of the other one. I know if you've never heard of katafi, if you've ever had baklava, then you've probably have had katafi. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. And this is going to need some spices. And I think I want to use some garlic oil. I think I want to use some garlic oil on this one. Yeah. So we have some roasted garlic oil right here. And I just need a handy dandy brush. I'm gonna brush that. Who else? Any more questions? Who we got online? Anybody joining us on these nets? All right. So we got that going. Give me some salt and some pepper in there, just because. All right. And so now I'm going to lay. I'm gonna lay it that way. I'm gonna lay this one that way. Well, this one appears to be a little bit larger. All right. And so now I'm going to go ahead and put some onions in there. And do I have any fresh herbs? So yeah, we're just winging it. Do I have any fresh herbs? I think I might. I think I may. Would you look at that? Some fresh herbs. I'm not even gonna chop them. We're gonna put them in there whole. Some whole parsley. I'm not even gonna chop it. It's going right in there as is. All right, all right, all right. And now I am going to just brush the fish a little bit. And we're gonna wrap him up. Oh boy. One down. And you get a little bit of oil. I want to make sure it doesn't dry out when we're cooking it. What was that ingredient again? That is katafi. K-A-T. That.
Turn it for the camera.
And that. If you can't find katafi, what you could use is just regular phyllo dough. And if you don't know what regular phyllo dough looks like, I think I might have some. Of course he has some. So this is a shredded version of that. They can't see it?
No, you gotta put it.
All right, so this
There we go.
is a shredded version of that. Got it? They go together like a hand in glove. Ah, yes. All right, all right, all right. So now, because I'm cooking for me, I'm going to be able to tell the two apart. Because I'm cooking for me, I'm going to go ahead and put me some peppers in mine. I know you're like, well, how are you going to put the peppers in? Real simple. Stuff it in. Yeah, I just thought about it. I just wanted peppers in mine. The lady of the house doesn't do peppers like that, which is crazy because she likes spicy foods, but she doesn't like these kind of peppers. All right, all right, all right. And our fish are pretty much good to go. Now I need to get started on my potatoes. Make sure we got the outside of this covered with oil. And into the pan we go. There you are. One.
And then it said, hey, Kay.
And two. Who said what?
Coleman Bennett.
What's going on, brother? All right, so there we go. Our fish are wrapped and they are about ready to go. Put the rest of these over here, just because. And I'm gonna hit them off with just a tad bit more seasoning on the outside. And this is gonna go into the oven to roast. It's gonna go into the oven to roast. My oven right now is at 400 degrees. 400 degrees. You'll be burning bacon, please. Yep. It's going to be in there for approximately 12 to 16 minutes, which gives me enough time to work on these potatoes. After I get all the rest of this stuff out the way. Noisy. There we go. Now, for my potato loving friends, I'm gonna cut some Yukon Gold potatoes up. We're just gonna cut them into nice large chunks, and we're gonna get them in the fryer to fry. And once they come out of the fryer, I'm gonna make some, very simple. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. And now I'm gonna cut these on a bias. Can you all see that? Can everybody see that? So I just cut it in half, and I'm gonna turn my knife 45 degrees, boom, another 45 degrees. So I end up with these little oblique, they look like little obelisks. There you go. And I'm gonna do the same thing here, 45 that way. So I'm gonna meet the knife down on the bottom, get the little triangles. Then I'm gonna start at the top and make another little triangle. All right, all right, all right. Yes. Now for this bigger one, right? That's a bigger one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna know another technique on that one. 45, 45. Saw that? Because this was a lot bigger, so I want these to be the same size as those as much as possible. And we're gonna do the same thing again. Uh-huh. Oh, that's Ray. Dee Dee. Yeah, and there we go. I think that's enough for 2 people, but we like potatoes. So I could do one of 2 things. I could either cut this extra big one, or I could find a smaller one. I'm gonna find a smaller one. Oh, there we go. I found a smaller one. Because, potatoes are my friend until they get to my belly, and they never leave. Now, because these are Yukons, they don't take long at all. There we go. And we're gonna go right into the fryer with these. Anybody online joining me? Uh-oh. Are we ready? We ready. Hey, cuz. We're gonna go right in and get them right frying. And my fryer is at 350 degrees. Yeah, my fryer is at 350 degrees. And while we're doing that, I think I'm gonna make me an aioli. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a saffron aioli.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do that. Do I have an egg? Do I have an egg? Whew. This egg might cost as much as the fish. What's going on, Mr. Wright? Okay, this egg might cost as much as that fish. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So I have an egg, which I'm going to separate because I only need the egg yolk. I'm not. What am I going to do with this egg white? Don't waste it. But unfortunately, I don't need it. And that's all I need to get by. All right, what I do need is uh, I need to rehydrate some saffron real quick. Just real quick. And what I'm going to do, yeah, so what I'm going to do is rehydrate some saffron with some white wine. Just a little bit of chard. Because I am cooking some Spanish food, so hey, I got to do something with saffron. Yeah, I don't have any Spanish wine with me today. Sorry. Y'all gonna get this. Y'all gonna get this Sauvignon. There we go. That and some saffron threads because I want to make a saffron aioli. And if you've never seen saffron before, this is what it looks like. These little threads. They look like little threads, little red threads. Little red threads of saffron. There we go. And we're gonna go in with some salt, some paprika, and some smoked paprika. And so here we go. So my saffron is already blooming. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yep, my saffron is already blooming. And let's take a look at our potatoes. Potatoes, potatoes. I hear them. Oh yeah, we getting there.
How do you know how long to cook the potatoes?
How do I know how long to cook the potatoes? Well, let's see. Let's pull one out so I can show it to you. Excellent question. So if you take a look at this potato, it's probably about 20% done. The color is looking right. When you cut into it, it's going to turn a little bit more translucent.
That way. Yeah, okay. Right there.
It's going to turn a little bit more translucent. All right. We're not looking for it to get crispy yet. It's going to get crispy probably in about another 3 to 4 minutes. All right. All right. So here we go. Put that top back on it. And now I'm going to start the process of making my aioli. And I have this really cool whisk that I'm going to use. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this saffron wine in. All right, and we'll use that. I can go with a little bit more. So that's going to help cook our egg. And now I'm going to go in order for it to be aioli, I'm going to go in with some, that's not enough. It ain't enough. I'll have to use the my little baby whisk right here. I'm gonna start off with some garlic oil. And now I'll finish off with regular extra virgin olive oil. Just until it emulsifies.
Chef hands not included.
What made me decide to do an aioli? So the aioli is going to work very, very well with both the fish and the potatoes. And you'll see what's going to happen because I'm going to add some cheese to the potatoes. There we go. And I could keep going and going and going and going. The thing is just dancing away. And there we go. Let's check these potatoes now. Oh, yeah. Let's see what they're doing now. So now we got a nice golden color on our potatoes. Now they're nice and golden. And let's test to see if one is done. Perfect. It's got the perfect smush. Woo! Perfect smush. Means they're nice and light and fluffy. All right. There we go.
Why did you use olive oil instead of mayonnaise for your aioli?
Because I'm making it from scratch. So yeah, I'm making it from scratch. If I were not making it from scratch, then I would basically add some. You could add some garlic to some mayonnaise. But I essentially just made a mayo from scratch. But what makes it a aioli is the garlic that's in here. And I know you're like, well, what garlic? This is a roasted garlic olive oil. That's what makes it. All right, and that is going to need some more salt. And yeah, we got enough acid in there. All right, let's see if that works. I'm gonna use my little potato. See if that works. It works. You know what? I need a tad bit more garlic. Just a touch of love. Doing it. Just a touch. Just a touch of your love.
Name that song in the comments.
Just a touch of your love. There we go. And I'm going to put some fresh roasted garlic in there to really, really, really
That's a fancy tool.
get my aioli to sing. It's just a garlic masher. That's it. There we go. All right, so that's happy. Now I'm gonna check on my little fish. See what they looking like. Oh, okay, all right. All right. So let's check on our little fish and see what they looking like. That end appears to be doing all right. We're just about flaky. Yep, we're just about flaky. How we doing on that one? Just a little bit flaky. All right, all right, all right. We're almost there. Put you back in. I think I want to put a little bit of butter on it. Why? Because I like butter. I don't know. I just like butter. And you can tell by my belly. It's just a little bit goes a long, long way. A little butter for you, and a little butter for you. And now we're gonna go back in. I'm just gonna put them back in until the butter melts. Is that fair? All right, now it's time to finish off these potatoes. So for these potatoes, is that pan big enough? No, I need a bigger pan. All right, so these potatoes, what we're gonna do is very, very simple. I'm going to finish them with some butter and some butter, salt, pepper, and paprika. Very simple. Put the butter in the pan to get it melted. Yep. So I have two different kinds of paprika here. Basically have a sweet one and a smoked one. I'm also going to need some chilies, some red pepper. And let's see which ones we can get our hands on. Oh, I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use some ancho. All right, all right, all right. Hopefully you guys can see this where we are. I'm going to go right into the frying pan with that. Right into the frying pan. And we're going to start off with our salt. Paprika number 1. Paprika number 2. Paprika number 2. And then my chili. There's that. Get those tossed. There we go. Get those tossed, and they are pretty much ready to go. Oh my God. Oh my God. I wish you guys could smell this. Oh, I wish you could smell it. Scratch and sniff, scratch and sniff. And just a tad bit of black pepper. Just because I love this stuff. All right. And now it's time to get this plated. I think I want some cheese on them. Because who doesn't like cheesy potatoes, right? Yeah, who doesn't like cheesy potatoes? So let's do that. Who doesn't like cheesy potatoes? And move this out the way. And let's go. Let's go with you. And then we're going to get our fish out here. Got some manchego going on there. Some aged manchego cheese. Because why not? There we go. We got that doing what we got to do. And I'm going to put some microgreens down. Actually, no. I'm just going to go with some baby lettuce. Go with a baby lettuce or two. Now it's time for our young fish to come out. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you guys could smell this, if you could only smell this right now, I promise you, you'd be as happy as I am. So we're gonna go with fish number one and fish number two. And last but not least,
Push the cutting board just a little bit forward.
and last but not least, some of that aioli. Some of that beautiful aioli. And that is dinner tonight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what we did was we took some katafi and we wrapped some. We took some katafi and we wrapped. Oh, hey, what's going on, chef? Hey. Who is Christina Gray has joined us, ladies and gentlemen. Your boyfriend could have this if I didn't put the katafi on it. but we do have some Spanish inspired patatas bravas with two different kinds of paprika, and we also put some aged manchego on that. And I made a roasted garlic. I'm sorry, I made a saffron aioli to go with those. And we also have the katafi wrapped bronzini that's going to be, it's got a little bit of onions and peppers in it, and some merquez, which is some Chilean merquez seasoning. There we go. We got that going on, and this is dinner tonight. This is a random, just a random Thursday night at Mikasa. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little quick lesson with some very basic stuff. It don't take long. Doesn't take long at all. I want to make sure you guys can see that real good. Ooh. So there we go. So there is our bronzini, and there are our patatas bravas. Yes. And thank you for joining us on Kenspiration Kitchen. You can see us on Kenspiration Kitchen on all the platforms. And we're going to start doing more small meals like this. Normally on Thursdays I do like 4, 5, 6, 8 dishes, a bunch of dishes with a bunch of people. But this time I just wanted to cook with you guys. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time on Kenspiration Kitchen. Peace.